Welcome back, guys. We've just had Storm Claudia, months worth of rain in 24 hours. It's been pretty horrible, so I've not been able to get out here really. But some places have had it pretty bad, a lot worse than us. So today I'm going to get the rest of these carrots out of this box. These are ravaged by ants as well, so I'm not expecting anything fantastic out of here. But we'll get them out anyway so I can process them. Then we can close the box up for the winter, ready for reconditioning in March, early April. We've got our first frost due, hopefully next week. I'm hoping this slows the broccoli down because it's. I normally harvest this February, March, but looking at it now, it's going to be ready for harvest in a week or so. If it doesn't get a bit colder, it's just gone mad this year because it's been so warm. So I'll bring you in. We'll have a look what we've got in this carrot box. I'm not expecting much, but. Got to be done, got to come out. Right, let's have a look. So these, with all that rain, they've probably split, to be honest. But mind you, that's not a bad one, is it? Lovely stump on it. Good size. I was expecting it to be a lot worse than that. And these are sweet candle, as you know. See the difference. I do love this variety. They're really reliable. Well, none of them are split, so that's a bonus. Oh, look at that one. Beauty. And the last one. There might be two in it. Yeah, two little ones. So there we go. We'll give them a little wash, see what we got. So I'm going to empty one of these flower buckets. Remember I put these in quite a while ago. They haven't had long enough, they're main crops. They needed a lot longer, but I cut the horns off about 4 or 5 weeks ago. So we'll empty one of these. They're just tiny flower buckets that I get from the shop. So we'll have a look and just see if we've got anything for dinner really, although I've got some in the garage, but I'm curious to see how they got on considering they haven't had really long enough to develop. Look. So these are tiny buckets. This is soaking wet, this is. 27th of June it says they went in. I don't know if that's right, but got some little ones. Quite impressed actually. There's a meal. Oh, nearly threw one away. A seed potato. Pop that there. That looks like a walnut. How strange. Perhaps they've had a squirrel or something burying stuff, but that's not a potato. There we go, that'll do. So from one seed potato, we've got a little bit there, not bad. So this is what we found in the potato bucket. I'll try and get it to focus. That to me looks like a walnut. What do you reckon? How's it got in a potato bucket? Is it a walnut? Don't know. I don't eat walnuts. I don't buy walnuts. And I ain't seen a walnut tree around here. What do you reckon, guys? Let me know and I'll crack it. So anyway, the weather's been awful. I've not been able to get out and do a lot really. Some of the jobs I've been doing is just not worth filming. It's just clearing up stuff and nobody wants to see it clearing up all the time. What I've done today is I've dug up all my dahlias. I have left them in previously. A couple of years ago I left them in and they were fine. Depending on where you live, you can leave them in, just heavily mulch them and they should be fine. But I'm in East Anglia. I can get away with it without having really harsh frosts, but I tend to dig them up now because a lot of my tubers are quite old and they're quite big, so I tend to divide them just to get more plants, which has been quite successful this year. One thing I did want to show you was this one here. I've just dug this one up and give it a wash. As you can see, it's quite a good sized tuber. Now this I grew from seed this year. So it just gives you an indication of how big the tubers will grow in a season. So that was from seed this year. And what I do with these, when I dig the dahlias up, get as much soil off as you can. Because I've dug up 2 or 3 today and I found 4 or 5 worms digging around in the soil in there. So get all the soil off, because you're gonna find worms, you could find slugs, anything in there. So you want it all off. Get a good spray on your hose and give them a good wash down, get all the soil out in between them as much as you can, and then you just want to dry them off. And what I do, obviously you've got to label them, and I use these little Velcro, I don't know if you've seen these rolls of Velcro. Well, I just write the name of the dahlia on the shiny side and I wrap that around the stalk and that stays on the dahlia, so you know what it is. So we'll do that with this one. I'll just wrap that around there, give you an idea of what I mean. There you go, just wrap it round, it's Velcro so it sticks to it, and that ain't going nowhere. And then just dry them off, and then you can put them into storage how you like. Always inspect them as well. Any rotten tubers, any squashy tubers, anything that's got a broken neck, just cut it off. It's not going to hurt it, but obviously you just want good solid tubers to dry out, ready for planting and potting up next year. Always look out for dahlia gall as well. If you've got lots of little crustaceans growing around the crown that kind of look just like little crustaceans, it's probably dahlia gall. If you've got any of that, it's not worth taking the risk. Throw them in the council bin. Don't compost them, just get rid of them. start again. I'll try and find a picture and put up what the crown gall looks like. I've found one or two of mine actually that is possibly crown gall, but I'm going to look into it a little bit more before I do this garden because they're massive tubers. So yeah, so that's what you get from seed guys in a season. So, and this is a beautiful dahlia. I haven't got a photo of it actually, but it's a really nice dahlia. So there you go. That's for the dahlias. If you are into your dahlias, there is a good channel that I've come across last year I believe, and that's Cotto Verde. A lady called Annette. She grows masses of dahlias, so if you are into your dahlias and you want some hints and tips, sowing, growing, dividing, splitting, looking after them, pop over to Cotto Verde, Annette's channel. It's really worth a watch. There's lots of dahlia videos on there. So anyway, what I'll do, I'll show you the other dahlias I've got. I'll just pop you down here. If you can hear something in the background, it's the fan going. I've got the fan on the giant onions, which is up there. It's just a little USB fan, but that will run 8 hours on a charge, and it's just gently blowing over them, just strengthens them up a little bit. And I mean, I've got one that's probably going to fail there. It's a little floppy, that one, but the rest of them are standing up, so it's pretty good. I'll just go and show you these other dahlias, what I'm doing with them. It's a bit windy out here today, but it's not as cold as it has been. So yeah, the other dahlias I've just got in the cold frame for now, and I'll just let them dry out in there. There they are, see, all washed and labelled up, so they'll be fine in there to dry out. And then when they're dried out fully, in a week or two, might not even take that long, we'll pop them in some straw in boxes in the garage. So that's it. There's nothing else to show you guys really. It's just wet and horrible. So that'll be it for this week. Obviously it's not a lot going on, but there is stuff going on. We have had a frost and it has slowed the broccoli down, thank God, because it was getting a little bit too big. I normally harvest it in February. It was looking like I'll be harvesting this week if it stayed mild, so I'm glad of that. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you like it, and we'll hopefully see you shortly with some more stuff. We'll find out, something will be going on somewhere. So see you soon guys, and enjoy your week. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba.